What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're circling back around to one of the most powerful new weapons that's been added during the final shape. We talked about the call just before it came out. We had some early impressions then, but after having a chance to thoroughly use and craft this rocket sidearm, I've got to say, it exceeds all of my expectations. And in all honesty, and all due respect, when compared to the indebted kindness, the call makes for a much better choice. So today we're going to be taking one last look at this magnificent beast to talk about the best weapon perks that you'll need to use when you go to craft your own. It'll take 5 red borders to be able to craft this bad boy. You'll get one from doing the campaign, another from doing Mika's side missions, and each week you get a guaranteed red border from Ghost, so you'll have several opportunities to get a few of these red borders. And if you come in short, you can always use one of those Season Pass deep sight harmonizers. The call is built much like the indebted kindness. They deal similar levels of damage, they both have amazing range, great aim assist, and great reload speed. But I would consider the call to be a much more versatile option. Not only is it craftable, but it offers several unique combinations that far exceed the performance of the indebted kindness. When it comes to crafting the perfect call, we're looking at blast radius for its masterworked frame, and this will unlock at level 7. The call already has lightning fast reload speed and great range. It's also super responsive, so the only logical choice would be to amplify its damage, and we can do that through blast radius. In terms of barrel options, we're using that same logic by going with volatile launch, so that way we get an extra 15 points applied to our overall blast radius. This will reduce the velocity and handling, but just slightly, and that's a trade-off that I'm willing to take. When it comes to our choice in magazine size, we want high explosive ordnance. Now this will give us another 10-point bump in blast radius, and it'll bring our velocity back up by an extra 5 points. With 66 points in blast radius, these projectiles will be able to level damn near anything. Even yellow bar enemies will be staggering to the might of their power. Now, I was initially concerned with the use of high explosive ordnance on a crafted version, and at first I didn't even use it. But then I quickly came to realize that even though the magazine size was dropping down to 9, a backup magazine mod could still be used, and that would bring the magazine size up to 12. And that's going to be crucial towards using certain perks, like subsistence. So let's break down that wonderful third column. We've got stats for all, demolitionist, beacon rounds, slice, lead from gold, strategist, and subsistence. Now beacon rounds is a popular trait because it auto locks onto targets, but if you have a skilled enough hand, you don't need those. Demolitionist and Strategist would both make great options to synergize with any build that focuses heavily around grenades or class ability use. Slice is going to be one of the most beneficial perks to use, at least in terms of survivability, since it will neuter your enemy's damage output by a whole 40%, and that would really come in handy in Grandmasters, Expert Lost Sectors, and Legend campaigns. Rocket sidearms are coded as primary weapons, so when it comes to ammo, they're naturally going to generate a lot. But if you were to have the desire of running double special loadouts, then lead from gold would ensure that you would never run out of ammo. And with its enhanced option, you're going to be getting 2 rounds of ammo instead of 1. Subsistence is what I have personally chosen to go with, because as long as we have a magazine size of at least 10, we'll refund 2 rounds of ammo right back into our magazine every time we defeat an enemy, effectively preventing us from ever having to reload, and this makes it a lot easier to deal sustained damage into a big crowd of enemies. And onward we go into our fourth column. We have hatchlings, and I would strongly recommend using this if you're pairing it up with a good Broodweaver threadling build. We also have multi-kill clip, golden tricorn, Forple, Adrenaline Junkie, Desperate Measures, and One for All. Golden Tricorn, Forple, and One for All are the big 3 standouts in terms of bonus damage. Forple's only going to activate when used against high-ranking enemies, so that can be a bit of a downside, but with sidearms handling unstoppable champions right now, this could actually make for a really strong option. Golden Tricorn works best when you're getting a lot of grenade and a lot of melee final blows, so if you're keen on ad clear positions, then this would work out great, and it does provide the largest damage bonus at 50%. Now I've currently chosen to go with Stats for All because it does provide us with a 35% damage bonus after striking 3 enemies, and it doesn't require those enemies to die. With that monstrous blast radius and a magazine that's getting automatically refilled, One for All will be able to eat away at enemies, making it a great ad clear option. In light of sidearms handling unstoppable champions, I would swing more towards Forble as the better 4th column trait, but that's only if your intent is to jump into those champion filled activities. So to recap, if you know how to aim, then you don't need beacon rounds. If you're spamming powered abilities, then you need Demolitionist, Strategist, and Golden Tricorn. If you want something to clear an onslaught of enemies, then you need Subsistence and One for All. If you want to reduce your enemy's damage output, you need Slice. If you want unlimited ammo, well, you need Lead from Gold. And if you want to chew through bosses and champions like there were nothing, then you'll need Forble. And if you want the best kinetic special weapon in Destiny, then you'll need to craft the Call, because this thing is truly one of the greatest of all times. A special weapon that kicks like a Clydesdale, and it can be completely wielded as though it was a primary weapon. So don't hesitate on crafting one of these, because it is more than worth the resources. And with that said, I wish you all the best of luck out there. Let me know your thoughts about this rocket sidearm, and what your favorite perk combinations are. Let us know down in the comments below. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.